Zhang Linghe stepped out with an aura that couldn't be ignored. It wasn't just any ordinary arrival, it was a long-awaited moment, and within seconds, her name was once again rocking global social media. It didn't take long for the video of her arrival to spread across various platforms. Her every move was recorded, every expression analyzed, and every detail of her appearance became the subject of discussion. Many called it one of the most iconic airport moments of the year, proof that her popularity had transcended national and cultural boundaries. However, the story didn't stop with her alone. Behind the spotlight, there was another name that kept cropping up in every conversation: Tion Sheiwi. When the two were finally spotted together ahead of the Gucci Cruise 2027 event, the public reaction was explosive. The worlds of fashion and entertainment seemed to collide in one perfect moment. The chemistry between them was nothing new to their loyal fans. But this time, everything felt different. There was a maturity in their interactions, a warmth that seemed natural, and an attraction that was hard to describe, yet so real. They didn't just look good together, they felt like a story come to life. Social media was filled with video clips, candid photos, and even analysis of their style. Hashtags featuring the two immediately rose to the top of trending topics, demonstrating their immense influence. Even those who hadn't previously followed their work were swept up in the excitement. In the glitz and glamour of the fashion world, it's not easy to truly stand out. But Jean Lingi and Tion Sheiwi managed to do so effortlessly. They didn't just show up, they dominated the attention without having to try too hard. Gucci Cruise 2027 itself was the perfect setting for this moment. The event is known as a celebration of creativity and identity, and their presence seemed to complement that narrative. They weren't just guests, but part of a larger story being built. Photographers seemed never short of angles to capture their moments. Every look, every smile, even every pause between their conversations became something worth capturing. And the public, without a doubt, welcomed it all with incredible enthusiasm. Many began to call them the newest power duo in the fashion and entertainment world. This nickname wasn't without reason. The combination of Zhang Linghe's charisma and Tion Sheiwi's charm creates a rarely seen dynamic, a perfect balance of strength and tenderness. Many are also speculating about their future in the fashion industry. Is this just the beginning of a larger collaboration? Or will they become the new faces defining the next era of Gucci? These questions continue to swirl, fueling public curiosity. Clearly, the response from fans is a strong indicator. The warm welcome they received in New York wasn't something that could have been engineered. It was the result of a genuine connection they've built with their audience over the years. Remarkably, both remain at ease amidst all the spotlight. There's no pretense, no overt attempts to attract attention. In fact, their simplicity is what makes them all the more captivating. Many fashion observers are beginning to see them as representatives of a new generation, one that relies not only on appearance, but also on authenticity. In an increasingly fast-paced and distracting world, authenticity is becoming invaluable. Zhang Lingi, with her elegant style, brings a modern, classic feel. Meanwhile, Tion Sheiwi brings a fresh, colorful energy. Together, they create a contrast that complements each other. Their every appearance is now eagerly anticipated, not only by fans but also by the media and industry insiders. They have become symbols of something bigger, a phenomenon that goes beyond mere popularity. Some have even begun comparing them to other iconic couples in the fashion world. However, many agree that Zhang Linghe and Tion Sheiwi possess a unique identity that cannot be easily equated. Gucci seems to recognize this immense potential, too. With their increasingly frequent appearances together within the brand, speculation about their position as new icons is growing. And judging by how the public responds, the possibility is not impossible. They have all the necessary elements: popularity, chemistry, and strong visual appeal. But beyond all that, what's most captivating is how they still seem like two individuals enjoying every moment, unconcerned with expectations, unburdened by the spotlight. Ultimately, this story isn't just about two celebrities attending a fashion event. It's about how two individuals can create huge waves simply by being themselves. And perhaps that's where Zhang Linghe and Tion Sheiwi's true power lies. Not just in what they show, but in how they make the world feel something real. The euphoria surrounding them shows no signs of abating. Even after the main event ended, footage of Jean Lingi and Tion Sheiwi's interactions continued to emerge, as if the public couldn't get enough. Every tiny detail was re-examined, from the way they looked at each other to the simple gestures that seemed so meaningful. Some fans began to formulate their own theories, trying to decipher the silent language between the two. Was it simply professionalism in front of the camera, or was there something deeper? This speculation fueled their growing popularity. Meanwhile, international media outlets are also beginning to pay more attention. Article after article has emerged, highlighting how the couple has managed to steal the spotlight amidst the dominance of other big names. They weren't just guests, but rather the new center of gravity of the event. This phenomenon is intriguing because it emerged organically. There was no major campaign explicitly pushing their narrative as the favorite couple. It all developed naturally, fueled by genuine, unconventional public reaction. The fashion industry itself is known for being very selective in choosing who is worthy of becoming the new face of an era. However, seeing the impact they have created in such a short time, many are beginning to consider the potential for what might have previously seemed too soon. Some insiders even say that their presence brings the new energy they've been looking for. The combination of their popularity in Asia and global appeal makes them very promising candidates for reaching a wider market. Interestingly, the two also demonstrate remarkable adaptability. With each appearance, they are able to adapt to different concepts without losing their individual identities. This is a rare quality, even among stars with long-standing experience in the industry. Despite all the spotlight, their journey certainly didn't happen overnight. Both Zhang Linghe and Tion Sheiwi have gone through a long journey that has shaped them into who they are today. This moment at Gucci Cruise 2027 is just the culmination of a journey filled with hard work and dedication. And given how this story continues to unfold, many believe this is just the beginning. What they showcased in New York isn't the climax, but rather the beginning of a much bigger chapter, one where their names will be mentioned more frequently and their influence will be felt even more widely in the global entertainment and fashion world. The wave of attention they created slowly transformed into ever higher expectations. Every next step by Jean Lingi and Tion Sheiwi was no longer simply enjoyed, but anticipated with deep curiosity. The public seemed to want to know how far they would go after this big moment. Interestingly, the pressure didn't seem to change their demeanor. Both maintained a calm and collected demeanor, as if understanding that the spotlight was part of the journey, not something to be feared. In fact, this calmness only further strengthened their appeal to the public. In various forums and fan communities, discussions about them grew more extensive. Discussions expanded not only about their appearances or interactions, but also about potential future collaborations, possible joint projects, and how they could shape new trends in the entertainment and fashion industries. Ultimately, what was happening was more than just a flash in the pan. This was a moment where two names met at the right time, in the right place, and created a truly tangible impact. And if this trend continues, it's not impossible that Zhang Linghe and Tion Sheiwi will be remembered as one of the most influential duos of their generation.